Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How are we? Well, I hope, apart from you, Mike, who we already see is unwell, a bit under the weather. Same, still. It's only been like 4 weeks. Still got a headache. Still got pressure behind the eyes. Having the time of my life. So today's going to be a bit of a weird one. Plan for today is to record as much Career Mode content, obviously, as we possibly can. We need to get today's RTG video made. We need to get today's Journeyman video made. We need to get as much made for the rest of the week as we possibly can over today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. But I definitely have a meeting with EA at 4. I might have a pre-call around about 1 o'clock, not sure yet, waiting to hear back. So we may be live now until about 1, or we may be live now until about 3:30, and then post the call with EA at 4, which will run till about 5, half 5. I'll then be going live again, and we'll be live until about 8, half 8 this evening. So we're going to be running late today. In a good way. Nat's going to be doing bath time, and I'm going to be getting as much bath time, bedtime, and I'm going to be doing as much content as possible today. Similarly, tomorrow we're going to be starting late tomorrow, but then we'll be live later into the evening tomorrow as well, is the current plan. And then Wednesday will be a usual day. Friday will be a usual day that isn't a Friday, if you know what I mean. Nat's on annual leave this week, so she's here Friday, so it will be a usual 12 till 6-ish rather than the kind of 11 till 4-ish that we're used to on a Friday. So I have actually updated the schedule for the first time in forever. So if you want to know what we're doing, or when we're doing it, because we're kind of doing the same thing all week this week, then do hit ! schedule, and it'll let you know when we're live throughout the course of the next week or so. And then obviously next week we'll be live Monday, Tuesday. And then maybe some of Wednesday. I think we might be busy Wednesday. Can't remember if we've got plans. I think we've got some plans on Christmas Eve, but I'm not sure when those plans are on Christmas Eve, if you know what I mean. But we shall do what we can. We shall do what we can. So I'm not really going to waste much time. We're just going to jump in here. We are still in August, obviously. We've got a League One game against Stockport coming up. Good, that's a great way to start. And then Shrewsbury away in the league, followed by, thank you, Chris, for the 32nd month total. 4 months in a row, just 4 months furthermore away from a 3-year badge. Appreciate it, dude. We'll sim Shrewsbury away. We'll play Stockport, we'll play Barnsley, we'll play Donny. We're looking to make some more signings. Going to look to loan in a couple of players if we possibly can from our parent club to help flesh out the squad is the current scenario. And then we will need to update your careers, etc., with any moves that might well have happened. So the season currently looks like this. We've got a transfer budget of £1 million at the minute, which is nice. A wage budget of 18.2k, which is equally very, very handy. Obviously, got a few players currently out on loan that are youngsters. We're hoping that they grow very well this year. And then we've also got some players we're going to look to loan in from our parent club. So work to be done, but do it we shall. La. How was everyone's weekend, though, by the way? Good, I hope. Cambridge drew 1-1, unfortunately. But still a solid performance and a good result. And how many of you watched the Williams stream on Saturday at all? Mike, thank you for the 7 stream streak as well. Put the exclamation mark at the other end, Josh. There we go. Celtic room free force. Your weekend's been great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, fingers crossed for you tonight, eh, Rory? Right. Welcome back to the Realistic Career Mode. Oh, no, Realistic RTG. Get the full name in, Chess. Welcome back to the Realistic RTG here. RTG. Oh, my God. Can you tell I'm still fucking unwell? It's been a month and I still feel like shit. We're back. Welcome to the Realistic RTG here on the Chesnoy Gaming channel. Big win for Aberdeen there in Scotland. But we hope for some sizable results of our own today if we can. We've had an average start to life in League One so far. A win and a loss. Or a loss and then a win, actually, more accurately. We did lose in the Cup to Peterborough most recently, but we don't really care about that. We're looking towards a strong end to the transfer window on and off the pitch. You guys know that we're looking for some new signings, and you very rightly mentioned in the comment section of the last episode that we should look to prioritise potentially some loan deals from our parent club, which are, of course, for this particular save, Millwall. And we will be looking to utilise some loans from Millwall in today's episode. The squad currently looks like this, and our financial situation looks as you see it here. So £1 million in the transfer budget, but obviously, A, it's more realistic for us to use loans and free agents in these lower league divisions, and B, trying to save some money for a stadium upgrade at some point in the hopefully not too distant future. So we're going to lean to more loanees today if we can. Obviously, wage budget at the minute, we've got just over £18,000 available, which is healthy for this level, quite frankly. So we're going to try and bring in a couple of players from our parent club. We feel like the forward area is okay, but we would like some more depth a little bit further down the order or down the pitch. So looking at Millwall, and these are a couple of the names that you guys pointed out as well. Kamal Grant is a centre-back, right-back, can play at right mid as well, supposedly, but it's just a player that is going to be solid at full-back and at centre-back. It's not great in possession, but just a bit forceful, and that's really what we're after. It's just a bit of a forceful player in the midfield, in the defensive lineup. So we're going to look for Kamal Grant to come in, and then we can use Bagan as the fullback as opposed to centre-back and or fullback. And then in midfield as well, we're going to look to Daniel Kelly. Of course, Tyrese Hall, in on loan from Tottenham, can play basically anywhere other than striker and centre-back. So he's very useful. And Daniel Kelly might well be a player that can do something similar, actually. So we're going to bring him in on loan as well. And hopefully both he and Kamal Grant will come in and add to our squad to hopefully keep us at the very least at this level, of course. Please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save so far. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. We have had a striker added to the shortlist of Nicholas Siri, who supposedly is pretty tasty at the level. So if we do end up losing a striker, then he might be the sort of player we go for to replace. Obviously, we have the potential loan deal for Ronnie Stutter there as well. We're hoping to not lose any first-team players today, but obviously anything can happen between now and the end of the transfer window. We're not looking to kind of loan to buy. It's purely just a loan for these two players if possible. I'd obviously like to pay as little of his wages as I can, and they've come back and said they want 80, and quite clearly my guy is not keen on that. 70-30, I think it's just going to be a straight 50-50 split here, really, isn't it? He's on £6,300 a week, and they don't want to pay 50% of his wages. All right, well, we'll go back in for Carlin Grant when we're able to in the not-too-distant future. It seems they're not willing to loan Daniel Kelly. Well, we use the live editor for that because he's like 7th choice midfielder. So we will loan Daniel Kelly and we'll use the live editor for that, and we will pay 50% wages for that deal. So I'll go back in for Grant in a few days' time. I'll go and get Kelly done now, and then you guys will join me against Stockport in the first played game of the day. As I say, do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content. It really helps the channel and helps the videos do well, so I appreciate it very much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more this week or moving forward for the rest of time. And do come and join me on stream as well, either here on YouTube, on Twitch, or on Kick. All right, I'm going to get my business done, and then we're off to Stockport. Or they might be coming to me, I'm not sure actually. They are coming to us. Yeah, thank you. Potentially, Rory. Potentially. I actually was Yorit's snake. More so than anything else. That was probably my best performance of the whole weekend. I think it was on stream. I wonder if I could actually find it. Let's have a look. See if we can find it. Open that here. I did get interviewed between... There you go. I did get interviewed here.
Albon needs to be taking it.
With someone else and kind of...
But I snaked somewhere. I can't remember when or where it was. I think it was pre the first race. I think Jess was maybe. There's the back of my head.
We have been counting, ladies and gentlemen, in the commentary box.
Yorit was a banging teammate. Yorit was a hero. When did I snake? Was it between races? Soon find out. Oh, they interviewed Yorit and then I became the snake.
Need my teammate. Yes. You have to be the snake. Tips can be sent to my rig over here. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something. You can send tips over here.
Yeah. So if you want the flute being played.
There you go. That will live with me forever. I'm surprised someone hasn't gifted it already, to be completely honest. Let's go play Stockport. Actually, no, let's get that loan deal done. Loan player, FC Barcelona? No. Me! Thank you. Right, let me add that to the spreadsheet. Team. Uh, 64 rated, wasn't he, Daniel Kelly? 64. Nope, I want us. I don't know what squad number he's going to take. I've changed a few squad numbers around now as well. So Glenn McConnell's now number 10. Joel Bagan is not 5 anymore. 5 is now Mams. Joel Bagan is 12, I think, now. And Panzu's now number 8. Also Panzu number 6. No, Panzu's 8, because Zeno's 6. Not Zeno, Kel's 6. Anyway. Daniel Kelly. What's he on a week? £5,600. Paying 50% of his wages. That's the wrong box, Chess. Parent club, Millwall. Birthday. 03/10/2005. 03/10/2005. There we go. And what squad number have you now got, mate? Have a look. Kelly! 17. Welcome to the gang, sir. So now we are, yes. Oh, Glenn McConnell is not registered at the minute, apparently, because he's now over 21. Oh, no. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a handful of Spurs fans that are very unhappy with Thomas Frank right now. Not doing a spectacular job, is he? Let's be honest. There we go. I'll add him in the squad actually, or on the bench. Do I have him on the bench? No, it's just gonna be squad for now. Safe Bailey. To be fair, could come in there just for numbers. Bradford looked strong for a back-to-back at the minute. Yeah, I agree. No, Donny aren't doing great. Bailey's former team Stockport as well, this. Pretty sure. So, a little bit under the surface. This is today's RTG video. No, the gameplay is better now than it was at launch, Harley. Absolutely. It's not placebo effect. One of your friends wants Spurs to sack Frank and bring back Ange. Ow. Ange has got another job now, hasn't he? Where's Ange now? Or is he not? I'd be very surprised if they did that. Yeah, everybody would be very surprised if they did that, but still. It's a mod, Harley. They're not adding face scan, no. No plans to either, I don't think. Yeah, I saw Brendan Rodgers going to thingy. Stockport then. Corey Adai in goal for them. Dave Challinor. Oh, notice I've misspelt Challinor. It just says Dave Challior at the minute. I'll fix that. They're playing a 3-back here, Stockport. We are starting. Carl Wootton up top is the league's top goal scorer so far this season. We are starting on the right-hand side, Odin Bailey, who is a former Stockport County player. So there's a little bit kind of under the surface, so to speak, for today's episode. The battle within the war. But hopefully he can show his team exactly why they shouldn't have let him go on a free. Because it's not that we bought him from Stockport. They deemed him not good enough. So we're hopefully going to show that he absolutely is good enough for this level and for this division and for this team. And that they should have kept him. That's the plan anyway. And thank you for your feedback with regards the current retirement of Peli Ruddock and Panzu. I'm reliably informed. Oh wow, what a move. And what a terrible finish. Everything but the finish. It's ridiculous actually. I'm reliably informed by you guys in chat or in the YouTube comment section that it's just one of those game things where if a player turns 32 and only has a year left on their contract, then they will just say that they're going to retire, even though obviously it's not what they actually would be doing in that situation. It's just a game thing. So we will be using the live editor to ensure that Peli Ruddock and Panzu does not retire at the end of the season, and we'll be offering him a contract extension as well alongside that. Everybody with the promotion got a 10% wage rise, so everybody should be happy with their current contracts, but still, we want Peli Ruddock to stay longer than the next year anyway. Come on, Mr. Norris, figure yourself out, mate. So we will be offering him a contract extension. It will only be an extra year or two. Won't be offering him a 4 or 5 year deal at 32 years of age, but obviously he was one of our best players last year and hopefully can prove to be still worthy enough of being, well, actually still our top rated player, to be completely honest. So he's definitely good enough for this level too. Fingers crossed he can help us by the time we get to the championship as well, if we're able to get there within 2 or 3 years. Harrington and Panzu. Ball. Okay. It's not gone well. Here is Wootton now with runners. Floated out wide to Diamond. And he's done me. Just got the legs and the dribbling capability as well, apparently. Yeah, it really does. He really, really does. What are they doing in front of goal? Stockport County should absolutely be 2-0 up. And they've fluffed 2 open goals. I don't know how tall Corey Adai is, actually. Let's have a look. Corey Adai is 203 centimetres, which is going to be about 6'8", yeah. He's a biggeth boy. To be fair, the first sitter there was an offside, so it doesn't count. Or wouldn't have counted. Oh, a bit of a toasty challenge. Toasty? Tasty. Well, it was a toasty challenge or not. Harrington and Panzu and Ball. Nicely done. McConnell looked to return it to Louis Appere, and he's been just as bad in front of goal as Stockport. Their first sitter, to be fair to them, was offside, so wouldn't have counted had it gone in anyway. But absolutely, that should be 1-1 now. We've now both missed the most clear-cut opportunity we'll be able to create all game. Fevrier down the wing. Still going. Kel Watt's in the way. Trying to get rid of it. Can't. Goal kick. Is he doing well at Swindon in real life? Is he, Rogue? If EA are partnered with Sky, why can't we have Sky Sports Premier Match Day? EA aren't partnered with Sky, are they, Harley? And it's like in game you have the official Premier League graphics and the official EFL graphics. They're the graphics of the league, not a specific broadcaster. Oh, I see. No, it's a mod. The thing in the top right is a mod, Harley. They're not partnered with Sky. And Panzu. And Brophy. Okay. I mean, it was a foul, so I'll take the free kick. I'd much rather take a 1-0 lead at this stage. Pelly Ruddock. I've changed a few squad numbers at your request as well. Would have worked brilliantly. It didn't quite squeeze through. Pelly Ruddock's now number 8. Glenn McConnell is now number 10. I think there are any other squad number changes we should contemplate, then I'm open to them. Can I get to that with Bros? No. Diamond. We'll have that with Perrington, thank you. And Panzu. Brophy let it run and go. And go, go, go. Gone, gone, gone. Oh, cheeky. Run with a 45 stream streak, my guy. That'll be half time, I think. Should be. Isn't. Don't forget. Will be now. G'day. Yeah, hang on. Oh, Hall's on loan at County, is he? Who was it that we brought someone in that was on loan at Swindon? Someone was on loan at Swindon and someone was on... Who did we bring in that was on loan at Swindon then? Bagan. I think Bagan might have been the one that was on loan at Swindon. Potentially. It's a bit loose. We'll recover it. After one shot apiece in the first half, it should have been 1 goal apiece in the first half, but wasn't. But the scoreline, or at least the ultimate result, is the same as it would have been. So we're both currently sharing a point. I'm going to go in there and then forward, and there is space for Brofs. If I can keep it under control, which we can't. Their 3-back is vulnerable if we can get at it, but getting at it has been the problem. Quite clearly, my 4-back is vulnerable too, because they keep finding a way in behind me as well. Get Bowley in, but Mothersill comes back to get a tackle in. It's been a really tricky game. Kind of similar to the game between the two sides in the Cup recently in real life. Cambridge got themselves through to the FA Cup third round after getting a hard-fought 0-0 draw away from home against Stockport, winning on penalties. And it looks like we're trundling towards a 0-0 draw here as well. Although there is still plenty of time for that to potentially change. And evidently, we hope that it does. Little ball inside, then looking for striker who wasn't really that interested. Half an hour to go. Please be interested this time. I'll go Glenn McConnell first, then over the top looking for Louis Appere, who can help it on its way. And before McConnell runs offside, the defender gets there first. We're trying everything we can, but at the minute we are not good enough to beat Stockport County. Still can't believe I missed that chance, to be honest. They won't put VAR in FC. There's no need. It would be pointless. There already is VAR in FC because the game knows exactly what's a foul and what isn't a foul, and what is a pen and what isn't a pen, and what is an offside and what isn't offside. I mean, apparently Daniel Kelly can play at cam as well, even though it's not in his position set. He's better than Glenn McConnell in every way, and actually has 64 shooting and 64 finishing, so he might actually be decent in this cam spot. We'll see what we can do with it. It's the only change I'm going to make at the minute. Oh, if you could show me that one again. I know, I missed a very good chance. That free kick short. Mamadou Job. What? Kelly. Panzu. And Odin Bailey. Maybe with an assist. Oh, Brophy with the effort and good save by Adai. He's a big boy, Corey Adai. Over 2 metres tall. So maybe shooting low and into the corner is the way to get it past him. Because whilst if it's high, he's got great reach. But if he's really quite tall, he's got to get down to it, doesn't he? Which he might not be able to do. Oh my God, Daniel Kelly. Oh my God, Daniel Kelly's first touch for the club! And down into the corner, as we said! Wow! How's that for an impact? I've got my badge on my back again. Stupid raincoat. Up the yellers! Daniel Kelly with a tiny little deft finish into the bottom corner. Brophy under control. And then actually around the corner, and Kelly reacted to the pass. You see him dart across the box and just helping the ball on its way almost. One touch with the left, then the finish with the right. And like we say, Adai is really tall, which means it takes him longer to get down low. And he didn't get there. 1-0 Cambridge. Yeah, adding VAR in a cutscene would literally just be something people would skip immediately all the time ever. It would be a pointless introduction. Doesn't list touches, does it? Literally every stat is 0. Apart from 1 shot, 100% accuracy, 8 minutes played. He's only run 900 yards. Go on, lad. Yeah, if they were to add VAR, it would be the presentation team that did it anyway, I would imagine. It's loosely given away by Stockport again. They are going to have to get a bit more ambitious now that they're 1-0 down. And that is only going to free up more more spots in their back line. What is the goalkeeper doing there? Oh, lovely ball around the corner to Fiorini. Former City youngster Fiorini. Might actually still be a City youngster. I don't know whether he's still contracted to the club or not, but he is pretty decent. But he's not good enough to get past our defenders at the minute. Kelly underneath this. Doesn't quite work, but... Moxon. And into Wootton. And out wide here to Diamond and Panzu's in the way, but he just can't find a teammate quickly enough. And Bate! Norris with a save! Oh my lord, that could have gone anywhere. Cole Watts gets to it. Even though the keeper was coming to pounce, wasn't taking any risks and inadvertently ended up almost taking a risk. That's going to be safe for Will Norris this time around. Thank you very much. 89th into the 90th minute. We are going to win at home against Stockport County. It's not been easy, but it's certainly shown that Daniel Kelly can do a job and is a very, very decent acquisition as a loan signing. How's he shooting from distance? Not anywhere near as good, but it doesn't have to be. 1-0 Yellows is the final score. Portsmouth 2. Peterborough 0 is a result that puts a smile on the face. More bids coming in for Brandon Hughes, but he's unrealistically put in a transfer request in save, so I'll take him off the transfer list. In fact, with the live editor, let's do that now. Hughes. No, wrong Brandon Hughes. Ben Hughes. That's where I'm getting the Brandon from. Where does it say transfer list? I can't take him off the transfer list. Can I? Oh, it's up here. Transfer listed. Yeah. I'm a derp. My manager looks strange. It's my face, Steve. Not sure how to feel about that. We did the prize money. Hey, Tozzy. How are we, lad? Wages are now up. Wages are at 68110. Match tickets. We sold 7276. In a league game, 112760. And shirt sales was 4335. David Enke, thank you for the 39th month, mate. Appreciate it, pal. 8670. Libush. Next up is Shrewsbury away from home. They obviously came up with us from the league below, so we know what they're all about. And as a result, we'll just sim this one. I'll throw Hall in there. I'm actually going to throw Bagan. No, let's throw Zeno in there and then throw Bagan at left back. Nice to see Parrington growing, actually, after really not much growth last season. Away from home here, 3-2 defeat against Shrewsbury, unfortunately. We went 1-0 up. Wow, Kelly scored a brace. Apparently, Daniel Kelly, pretty good for League One level. It's ridiculous. Oh, Peterborough beat Northampton. Down to 10th, but I tell you what, 10th in your first season in League One is very, very good indeed. Peliwada Kampanzu is now upgrading his holding plus+ness play style. Is it play style? No, his role, and he's still able to grow, as you can see. His box crusher plus already as well, which is what the role we use him in. So let's continue to use him in other roles as well. Well, wide half. This I'm not going to be actually using him in any of these roles, but certainly we could do with the stats increase. So let's go with wide half and try and improve those passing and dribbling stats. Make him a bit more effective in the central area. Like I say, we're going to take him off the retiring list, so to speak. We're going to make him not set to retiring. And then we're going to offer him a new deal. But first, we've to play Barnsley. He does look strange because he's got no teeth, yeah. Well, it's in some cutscenes he has teeth, in other cutscenes he doesn't. In some situations he has teeth, and some he doesn't. It just depends on the specific cutscene and what it's doing with the underneath character. Taps, thank you for the 3rd month, mate. Yeah, not great for you yesterday, was it, Tozzy? That be football, unfortunately. My manager could have done with a trip to Turkey. What? What's wrong with his hair? Or because of the teeth thing? Me. A better looking version of me. Something needs to change. What? You reckon potentially a managerial change at Newcastle? I would be shocked if they get rid of Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall's definitely not in charge. Eddie Howe. Hey Patrick, thank you for joining us again, mate, on YouTube. Appreciate it. Hello, chappers. Thank you for the follow, mate. How bad of me? Don't feel bad, mate. I literally, because I'm never on Twitch other than when I'm live, I don't follow anyone either, so don't feel bad. I'm not holding it against you personally. Hope you enjoyed the weekend, mate. Always good fun, the in-person events. Fucking love it. Barnsley. They're not great this season in this save. 23rd currently, so an unimpressive start to the league season. 4-3-3 for them at the minute. Keeler Dunn was a top goal scorer, or one of the better goal scorers in the division last year, I believe. Definitely better than they're showing so far, Barnsley. And we're maybe overperforming slightly. They are definitely underperforming so far this season. But if they're going to keep doing that, then I'm just going to take advantage of it, really. Ben Knight gets a start today. I think it's the only change to the 11 from the usual starters. See, we do rotate here and there every now and again, but my full strength starting 11, you guys know inside out by now at this point of the save. Thankfully, they don't find themselves a way to go in front there, because that was nearly very dangerous. That's a nice turn by Connell. Phillips, Jallo, Jallo still. It's worth a go. Hit the supporting post for the goal, but definitely wide. He's like, go round the outside. Yeah, well done. Well done. Round the outside. Well done. Oh, and then in the hole. Round the outside and in the hole. All right. If you say so, in-game manage yourself. Round the outside and in the hole indeed. Harrington, Panzu, his ball, nicely forward. Brophy, if he's on, which I don't think he was. He wasn't. Has Jolinton been bad this year, has he? Can't say I've really paid Newcastle too much attention, in all honesty, this season. Fucking ads. United. Wheeler done. Back to Connell. And Russell. Russell, he's not good. I've deduced so far. He is really quite bad. Who even is that Russell? Hello, me. John Russell, he's been god awful. Barini has been added, yeah. Barini's at Salford. He's at Salford in this save as well. Connell into Keeler Dunn. Space here for Jallo. Keeler Dunn, well stopped. Spread it. Not many chances yet. Their 4-3-3 is actually offering something different that we haven't. Alright, just lock me off the ball then if you like. Their 4-3-3 is offering something different that I've not really faced that much so far in this save. Tend to play 5 backs or a 4-2-3-1, but this very narrow 4-3-3 is really actually quite difficult to figure out. Please. Oh, Brofs. He tries to take that on his left. It is an awkward way to go about it. So he's had to use his weaker foot. And just hasn't quite angled the shot well enough. It's the best chance of the game so far in the 28th minute, but we're still locked scoreless here. It's really well done. Everything but the final chance on goal, really. Looking for Brophy. It's a great ball. Taking it in his stride well. Apre needs to keep up. Here he comes. And one more, maybe. Glenn McConnell was waiting. We're up well there. Pelly-Roddick's just headed that straight back to them, though. Well in, Pelly, though. Made up for it. Good boy. Quickly to Glenn McConnell. Not been able to get Glenn going in League One so far, have we, really? And a frustratingly slow start to the season for him. I hope we haven't just come a step too far for players like Glenn McConnell. In League 2, he was definitely able to deal with the calibre of opposition he was coming up against at kind of 57, 58 rated. Even at 61 at the minute, He's not found his feet in League One thus far. Will Norris, though, using his hands to good effect to keep us at 0-0. Barnsley are all right, but you can definitely tell why they are where they are in the league. They don't necessarily feel like that bigger a test than anyone we faced. Oh my God. Last season, I mean, it's my fault for giving the ball away, but you can't anticipate a finish of that quality, can you? Davis, Keeler done with one of the best goals you'll see all season, even though it's only match day 4 or 5. Wow. See that again. Takes it in his stride, and then left foot ever rising. I think the keeper might have maybe got a fingertip to it, but not enough to keep it out. Yeah, Mams just gets caught in possession. Keeper nowhere near it. No, I like this camera, Harley. Be half time probably, won't it? Yeah. Fuck. Literally, as I started to shit on them, they then turned up. There aren't really any fallen giants in League 2 anymore, I don't think. You wouldn't say that Notts County are a fallen giant. They're a big club for the level, but you wouldn't say fallen giant. Notts County are probably the most sizable club in the division. Yeah, Bristol Rovers are kind of a League 1 side in my mind. Teams like Shrewsbury and Cheltenham fluctuate between League 1 and 2. Oldham are a League 1 or 2 side. We are a League 1 or 2 side. County are probably the only side you'd say are of the size that could realistically be Championship and have the facilities for. MK Dons do, but they're fucking tin pot. I don't get to many Cambridge games in person, Josh. No. Work and family life comes first. I'm good, thank you, Sylvius. How are you, mate? Yeah, the weather effects are really not very good at all. Which Rovers, Sylvius? What? Oh, that was bad. Well in. If he's just trying to get into space. Still just going into that space. Well, he missed one on his right for earlier. We said he could maybe have taken it on his left. Big save! Took this one on his left, and the keeper was equal to it. Ben Knight. I see Pelly Ruddock arriving. Missed the box crasher. That was pinball on the edge of the Barnsley area. Well, still 1-0 down then, despite a positive enough start to the second half. Tino Livramento has moved to Leipzig, apparently, in this save. In this second season, we'll give you a full transfer window roundup at the end of the day, obviously. But right now, I'm not thinking transfer window. Right now, I'm thinking Cambridge versus Barnsley for the next 35 minutes. Knight looking for Apparate. Louis doesn't make great runs. We've noticed that a lot. when utilising him in this save. He does not make great runs. I don't know what his attack positioning is. 68. It's not great. What's Lav's? I'm not sure what Lav's attack positioning is. 68. Okay. Well, maybe Lavery could be a little bit better because I'll be honest. Even though he was our top goal scorer last year and one of the top goal scorers in the whole division, Louis Apperet definitely could be improved upon. But obviously, given the context of the save and the nature of it, it wouldn't be really that realistic to sell your top goal scorer, would it, immediately next season, just because I don't like playing with him. It's not I don't like playing with him, I'm just not 100% comfortable with him. But obviously he bangs goals, so it would be unrealistic for me to sell him. I've just got to power through and try and figure out how best to utilise him. 25 to go, we're still behind here. To the side in the relegation zone. Might be too soon. Is. Told you Keeler Dunn was a bit good. I've got the darts on above me, yeah. Showing replays last night at the minute, but obviously day 5 starts in a few minutes' time. Yeah, we used to use the broadcast camera, Harley, but the viewing audience prefer this one. Is there anyone? Is there a big name playing this afternoon? It is Don Ball, yeah. Van Goen's your favourite darts player, is it, Jamie? I do enjoy playing and watching darts, yeah, both.
Barnsley goal, number 40, Davis Keeler-Dunn.
Hagen. McConnell tonight. Inside here to McConnell again. And it driven. Not really that driven. It's found a teammate. Ben Knight ducking on the left. Drive towards goal. Ben Knight all the way. Put the pressure on. Messes that pass up. He's made a big fool of himself. Connell. Oh, he's offside. Harrington. Brophy. It's not meant to go there. It was supposed to go towards McConnell. Here's Russell. Phillipson and McCarley. Connell again. Jallow. Good block. Phillips. Well intercepted. Brophy. McConnell. Lavery is around the corner. It's not a great ball though. It's really not a great ball. Not even a consolation goal for us here, is there really? Well, we get a 1-0 win in the first game we played. it is going to be a 2-0 defeat in the second game we play. We've definitely noticed a step up between League 1 and 2, haven't we? Not a giant step up, but we weren't tearing our way through League 2 last season. Oh, just as the moment I go to take the shot, that's when the defender catches up. Just going to have to fight harder at this level if we want to stand any chance of pushing for a playoff spot this year. Bradford have proven in real life, as have Wrexham, as have Luton, as have numerous clubs over the years, that you can bounce League 2, League 1 into the Championship very quickly. It's obviously the ambition, but whether it's realistic or not realistic as in that sense, but whether it's realistic enough for us in game that we have the quality to be able to do it. We've dropped from 8th to 18th in the space of 2 match days here. It's obviously very early days, and every side, bar Reading, I can make every side on 6 points. So it's quite close in the division at the moment. We've got Doncaster in 6 days' time. We should be able actually to negotiate another loan deal to try and bring in Mr. Grant now. So I shall try for a second time. Millwall, come on. I know it's not in-game, but I'm your affiliate club. You should make things easy for me. 80-20 they want. I'll ask for 50-50 this time. They won't. 70. Can I pay 60%? 6? Oh my lord, Millwall. You're so stubborn. Well, we'll try again then. Might be a deadline day one. Peter Wright's on this afternoon, is he? Or was it actually... I think the guy that was on loan at Swindon last year might actually have been Finley Munro. I tell you what, because we can't get Grant agreed, I'm going to go for... He can play fullback and centre-back, Munro. And Bagan, who we brought in on loan, can play centre-back and fullback. He's just not as good defensively. He's better on the ball. He's better physically. They're both young. Let's try Munro. Let's try Munro instead. Villa might be open to loaning a player. Go for just the 1 year. And I'll try and push my luck a little bit because they're a Premier League side, so they should be able to afford a little bit less. Come on, Mr. Emery. 40-60. 40-60. Perfect. Well, we are going to get a loanee defender in. It's going to be Finley Munro for Aston Villa instead. Screw you, Millwall. Thank you for the follow. We love Mo Salah. Welcome to the channel, mate. It depends on the parent affiliate relationship, Cole. Ordinarily, if you're a lower league side and you've got an affiliate club that's a Premier League side, then yeah, you would imagine that the Premier League side will pay the wages, but it's not always the done thing. You just might get first dibs on players, or be able to get them slightly cheaper, or they'd be slightly more willing to loan you a player as opposed to someone else. $7208. 208. 111706. 4383 is what it was before, wasn't it? 4335. It's not going to make much difference, but we'll have a look. 43830. 100 quid. This should be Finley joining us then. We've advanced towards the game against Donny at the weekend, and we do indeed have a player from a Premier League club at the club once more. Aston Villa's Finley... Was it Finley Burns? Finley something. Finley joins us from Aston Villa. He was on loan in League 2 last year in real life and now joins us here in League 1 this season. Finley Munro. Oh, where have I got Finley Burns from? Finley Munro, welcome to the club, sir. I shall make sure I get your name right every time moving forward. Who's Finley Burns? Oh, paying 40% of his wages. Reading player, is he? Right, birthday. When were you born, Finley? Finley Munro. Oh 08/02 2005. Just need his squad number. 18. Donzode. He's in. I'll just go for a quick toilet break chat and then we'll have a look at those youth scout reports and then play the final game. BRB. can confirm, chat, we will be going off for a period this afternoon. From just before 2 till probably about 5:30, I'll be offline. Then we'll come back live again. Cali Thistle are affiliates of Arsenal, are they? I didn't know that. Right, let's have a look at our Youth Scout reports. Looking in Scotland for central players, looking in Wales for wide midfielders, and England for defenders. Anything of any... Hello! Right, I can't use him because of the rules of the save, but Kirk Galloway is going to be quite the player. Going to be quite the player indeed. He will get called up and then released into the world. So Kirk Galloway will be a thing in this save. The other two are a bit rubbish outside of Angus Logan, but Angus Logan could maybe be a player for us when the youth intake comes. I'm apprehensive with the already decent... I mean, it's a bloody... It's a wide player. I'm looking for CDM centre mid cam and striker, and he was a winger, wasn't he? So that's going well. 58 rated Connor Jones could also maybe be worthwhile a little bit later down the line. What I'd love is someone that is just good enough now. Like if we can find a young player, a youth player that is like 63 or 4 rated, then we're absolutely buzzing. At the minute, there's just not much. Reece Ryan, it's going to take forever, so I'm just going to say no to a 73 rated player. But David Humphries at 14. I'm told that a player's stature doesn't change if you call them up. If you kind of use the live editor and call them up under the age of 16. So if I called David Humphries up now, he would forever be 4'11" and 121 pounds. Obviously, with the live editor, we can improve his stature as he grows. But 81 potential, he's probably worth maybe being part of our youth intake at the end of the season. Of course, we only have a youth intake in March where we call players up from the youth academy into the first team. At the minute, there's not really anyone else that we're looking for. I'm going to add development play styles on all of them so they can get the chance to grow. Walker, for example, I'm not going to have a 74 rated player in my team. So Walker, at 16 years of age now, I'm going to call up and then immediately release so that Nick Walker is in the database. So let's do that, and we might bump faces. Oh, play styles as well. Finesse shot, acrobatic, long pass, tiki-taka. Unbelievable. And yeah, look, Angus Logan. When looking for CDM, centre mid, cam and striker, I get a right winger. It's probably because of the lower starred scout, and obviously as we get better scouts, they'll become better at getting the players I'm actually asking for, but we'll have to wait and see. For now, though, he's a standout, isn't he? Very much so. Yeah, I've got a couple of business calls this afternoon, Ben. What was that other guy? There he is, Nick Walker. Bye, Nick. Have fun in the world, Nick. Intrigued to see if we get any transfer bids for players between now and the end of the window. We do get another bid for Soleil, but it's not from a realistic destination, so that will be rejected as well. I'm flabbergasted, quite frankly, that we haven't. I know, Ben. Go away. I'm really surprised we haven't seen realistic bids for our high performers from last year. We do here have a bid for Louis Après, but Leganés is not a realistic destination for Louis, so he's not going to go there, unfortunately. So I apologise, but it's the realistic RCG for a reason, and means he stays here with bids like that come in. But we'll have to wait and see what happens on deadline day. We have ourselves Doncaster away for our third played game today. We're 18th, they're 10th. There's probably barely any points between us whatsoever. We might even still be on the same amount of points. We're on 6, they're on 7. Congratulations. Well, a win would take us up at least 1 spot, but probably significantly closer to the playoffs. Hey, Stream Hub World, welcome to the Kick stream, mate. I do still need to add you and Eric to the Journeyman, Slin, yes. Which we'll do later today when we get to Journeyman recording this evening. Or maybe that's what I'll do in between my 2 business calls this afternoon whilst I'm not actually live. What was I doing? Oh yeah, just put in what's his face? Monroe. Let's leave it as is for now, like that. But we'll change the team sheet. Alrighty. Put Monroe in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird how no one's coming in for our players, isn't it? Or at least no one of any real note is coming in for our players, and we are only getting minimal bids at that. Yeah, I did see your comment about Ronan Hale, guitarist. Not looking to bring him in at the minute, but we will keep an eye on him for sure. I did see your message earlier, Dom. Yes, or I can see your message. I hadn't seen it. I can see it. 10 stream streak. I didn't see the Salford result on Friday. They were 3-1 down, came back to win 4-3 in the 92nd minute. Got to be in the dugout too for the start, which is pretty cool. Nice, dude. Mate, you are living the life at Salford right now, right? Having a banging old time. I'm tempted to start Daniel Kelly at Cam. I won't. Stuart Pike versus Glenn Durrant. Oh no, Stuart Pike and Glenn Durrant are the fucking commentators, well done, dickhead. It's Brendan Dolan. He's Northern Irish, Brendan Dolan, right? And then Tavis Dudney. Tavis Dudney? Tavis Dudney? There you go, Northern Irish. Brendan Dolan, 52. You didn't get on with Horsey, you let him go. Still in the streams and you break, my guy. Right, let's play in the third kit, shall we? Yeah, fucking right. What keyboard do I use? Logitech G513 Carbon Tactile. Had it for about 6 years, probably. I do need a new keyboard, but... yeah, it's a third kit. It's fucking lovely. No worries, guitarist. Catch you later, dude. Enjoy the rest of your day, pal. Here are Donny in Lawler in goal. They've got Brandon Hanlon up top, who, as you well know from previous saves, has caused me all sorts of problems at this level, mainly for Wickham rather than Donny. Grant McCann is still their manager here. I don't really know much about the rest of Donny's side, to be completely honest. Although Maxwell at left back can be pretty decent. Wait and see how things pan out. We're playing in our third kit. Soleil gets a start for the first time today. So hopefully he can do something out. That was more me than him. Hopefully he can do something out on the right-hand side. And fingers crossed we can get back to winning ways, or at the very least earn a point away from home. Do not want to lose 2 of today's 3 played games. Especially against a side that are going to be one of the weaker in the division, really. Or at least if last season's in-game squad are anything to go by. Connell to Brophy. Trying to get it out of his feet, does well. Purrington looking for McConnell through that gap. Holds it up well. Pelirada Campanzu. Luton already won it up against Peter, but surprised that Luton weren't able to get themselves promoted last year in this save. Really, almost every other save that I've done or seen from anyone has seen Luton and Cardiff both promoted season 1 from League One. Soleil's done really well, and then I'm just not quite able to get that final pass off before he gets tackled. Ball and Panzu looking for Appere around the corner, and he should finish this, Louis, and he has done. His attacking movement isn't great, but if you do find him in the right place, most of the time, he says after missing a one-on-one earlier, he will put it away. Thank you for the follow, the man who's, well, yeah, you can see it in chat. Key. That's fair enough. Why not? Ben's back in the game. I didn't realise you'd finished, Ben. An interesting take from Cag, but you know. Got the day off school, have you, mate? Definite 13-year-old vibes coming from that message. McConnell out to Soleil Kaikai. We've had a bright start here, and we would love to keep that going. McConnell forces the save out of Lawler. Nearly did keep it going. Soleil will chase this and has done brilliantly to nod that back to Liam Bennett. It's excellent work. Not quite so from Tom Ball, who's not necessarily got the best of close control in that particular situation. Liam Bennett is a player that we were gutted to lose early on in the first RTG we did with Cambridge of a realistic fashion. And I am surprised we haven't lost him early on in this one too. Especially considering he's grown well and has still got good potential. But no one's really shown much interest in Liam thus far. So now I've said that out loud, having been thinking it for the entire save so far, wait for a deadline day bid that sees us lose him. Hopefully though, we won't lose this match regardless of what happens to Liam in the future. Well in. Soleil turns nicely. Forward to McConnell. Fast and hard, but accurate. Unlike that one. The account was created today, was it? Just going for a run. Mr. Molyneux. Oh, fuck's sake. Well done, dickhead. New days we can see the potential to be special again instead of contract situation. The bug is in the processes of being fixed, Joe. It's ready when it's ready. Molyneux. And Middleton. And Middleton still. Middleton still. And Middleton still. I just couldn't get near him. I'd close him in, and then he'd turn. And I'd close to someone else, and then he'd turn. And I'd close to someone else, and he shot. The little dummy was brilliant as well. Alright. Doncaster back level then. Very accurate finish. Oh, it failed, did it, Ben? I appreciate you hopping straight back on the wagon, mate. It's been a card expiration or something of the sort. Ball back to Bennett and out to Soleil. Right, come on, can we do the unthinkable and grab a goal to go back in front immediately? So very nearly. Oh, but the whistle goes. I'm going to try Apre on a different role. He's just not making the right runs. I'm going to go target forwards, keep him a bit more central. See if we can get a bit more out of him that way, or see if he can be more findable that way. So I get down the wing there, and it happens all the time. You get down the wing with the winger, and he makes a run just on the corner of the box. It's like, no, get in the fucking middle, mate. Oh, I see, Ben. That's fair enough. You're on top of it, though. It's the most important thing, isn't it? You're on top of your own finances. Spotted it straight away. Hello, Luke. How are you, mate? Thought Kelly Ruddock was going to intercept that. Would have been away. Gross. Kelly's come short. Come on now. Play the ball where I'm asking you to, please. Thank you. Perfect. Right, Apre. See, this time he's made a bit more of a central run. Changed his role to target forward, and we'll see what happens. Iliman Ndiaye has gone to Leverkusen. That's a big loss for Everton. Could be a big loss for us if Donny get a second goal here. Well in Purrington. See the man arriving on the edge of the box. They've got someone else arriving on the edge of the box. It's Gotts, Middleton, Clifton, and Job's in the way, and will just clear the line, really. McConnell trying his best and failing to maintain possession. Hanlon. It's Hanlon. Mams is in the way again. Donny pushing to try and find the goal to go in front. They've only got 1 point more than us in the league at the moment, so they have had a better start on paper. But only just. They'll have drawn a game where we've lost it, basically. So they've not been sensational so far this season. Don't recall where Donny finished in the league last year in this save. Obviously, you'll be able to tell from the season roundup, but It's a decent whip. Kelly Ruddock is only 5'9". He's just not going to get on the end of something like that, is he? Changes to be made, but what is going to be the change that brings about the winning goal? I'm going to bring Bailey on at cam. I'm going to do Tyrese Hall in midfield because we've not utilised him properly yet, and I want to see what he's all about. 2 changes centrally that hopefully will help us find a goal to win this game. Good, glad to hear it, Luke. Hey, Lenny, you're a Barnet fan. I think that's just League Two in general. It's very up and down, isn't it, Lenny? Like, anyone can beat anyone at all times. Yeah, we'll have to train Apparay as a target forward because he's got no affiliateship with the role at the minute. So maybe we'll play him as an advanced forward continually for a little while, but train him as a target forward. Ball. Driven, finds Apparay, can't quite get it out of his feet in time. Molyneux into Hanlon. Oh, could have intercepted that there, but didn't dangle the leg at it. Kelly Ruddock. Here's Clifton, it's a sharp turn. And Brandon Hanlon, and there's Kel Watts. If we're quite deep with the defensive line, Kellen Watts is very, very good. We get caught with a high line, and we're having to run back towards our own goal. Kel does get caught out for a lack of pace sometimes. Someone who doesn't lack pace is Soleil. And here is Louis Apparay. And there is a potentially match-winning goal. That is excellent from everybody involved. Cambridge 2, Doncaster Rovers 1. The movement, very good. I like that. We changed his role at half-time from advanced forward to target forward. Maybe it's working. Donny was 17th in this save last season, were they, Ben? There you go. Not great. Panzu. Hall. Bailey. Panzu. He's taking his time, trying to figure out where I want to go with it, more so than anything else. Hall. Bailey. Duck onto that left. It's a little scoop ball, wasn't it? Get there. I've committed, and I have absolutely not got there. That's a good ball too. Oh, Mam's brilliant header. Job adjusts his feet and dives in with the header to ensure that the ball doesn't reach the awaiting Doncaster man, who was surely going to nod that into the back of the net for an equalising goal. Coming forward again though. That's a nice turn by Hanlon. Fouled someone in the build-up as well, but I was gonna say, he has to be offside in there, surely. That's unbelievable. Brandon Hanlon going off for Torben Musil for them, but with not long left in the game, I think we're going to see this one through as a victory. Disappointed to have been pegged back in the first place, but it happens. That's football. We managed to avoid that against Stockport. We have been able to get ourselves back in front and score that second goal here to ensure that we're going to get the victory against Doncaster Rovers. And quite clearly, you can see that the time is going to run out for them. Can we get Louis Apparay maybe a hat-trick before the end of the game? No, it's not even going to reach Odin Bailey either. It's going to go absolutely nowhere. But we are certainly going somewhere, and that somewhere is up the League One table. They don't play with wingers by default, do they not? I don't know what formation Self would play in real life. I'm going to hazard a guess here. Yeah, hometown Glasgow will say Tavis is such a weird first name, isn't it? I don't know if I've known anyone else called Tavis. And Mai's a left back striker, yep. Oh, it's the biggie next. But it's in the Virtual Trophy, so fuck it. Where have you started, Toz? $73710 for wages now. I think that's the 73710. That should change there as well, shouldn't it? I don't want all those, do I? Just want shirt sales and wages and travel costs. $4749. 9498. Okay, so far this season we've made a profit 1.6 million. You can, Jordan, absolutely. We'll be going through and doing a thingy soon anyway. At the end of the episode. You are 55 rated at MK Dizons at the moment. Burton would be a good shout for an RTG, certainly, Oliver. Good-o. Advancing towards and now into transfer deadline day. Tristan Rowe's been approached. That's one of the players that was on my shortlist, but we don't really think we're going to be doing anything else at this stage. I'm going to keep Siri and Ruter. Yeah, I wish we were in the position of having Genie Ruter. Maybe one day. Stutter. Oh God, pulled Ruter up my arse there, haven't I? We'll see what happens over the course of transfer deadline day here. With 10 hours to go. Biggest deal thus far is Mamadishvili from Liverpool to PSG. Artem Dovbyk has gone to Villarreal from Roma. And Bradley Locco, it's Bradley, has gone from Stade Bratois to Toulouse. So moved within France for him. Bajan Hose always seems to be a player that's popular in the comment section, or was at least on FC24 for the RTG, that isn't really that impressive, or I never found looked that impressive. Quiet deadline day again. We've been El Mala moves. There've been so many quiet transfer windows in this save, haven't there? So far, Grealish to Brentford. We've got a bid for Mams, but it's from Granada, so that's going to be an unrealistic destination or unrealistic bid to come in. So we're going to reject that one. But no one else seems to be interested. I really expected. Here we go. Some bids from championship teams for our players. Insert Dom Ball probably going to Portsmouth. We have just signed 2 midfielders in this window, haven't we, on loan? Let's have a look. Where are Pompey? They didn't get relegated in the last season, did they? I don't think Pompey are in our division. Even if they are, or they are, and they're flying. And quite frankly, I think this is absolutely a transfer we should be accepting, really. Having just got promoted, Portsmouth are a side that we should absolutely consider accepting from. He's valued at 60. Sorry, he's rated at 66. I'll be intrigued to see what their squad looks like. So let's have a look at Pompey's current midfield options. This is just out of curiosity. I'm not going to not accept this bid. So in midfield, they currently have, essentially, Andre Dizel at 70, 65 rated Koznovsky, Callum Lang, obviously, although he's more of a forward orientated player. They only have 1 CDM, basically. Luke Leroux, who is an all-round centre midfielder. Ruben Swan's not that great, and Eric is a Patreon player. Yeah. He fits into that squad rather nicely, doesn't he, Dom Ball, in a central role? So we're going to have to try and maximise this. And now, I could try and buy someone with this money, and with the money we've also got available. It could present an opportunity for one of the loanees we've already bought in. We've obviously seen how Daniel Kelly has hit the ground running in a central position. Maybe he just slots straight into the midfield. Or maybe George Hoddle gets more first-team football. All said and done, I don't think we need to actively replace Dom Ball in this window. 530 grand for a player that's 31 and valued not much, or valued less than that, and with a potential deal not being that much more than that. I can't really negotiate much more than I am here, and Pompey will pay £560,000. It would be poor on my behalf to negotiate so hard that Dom doesn't get his move to Pompey. And like I said, there's only 4 hours left, so it might not go through anyway, as Stassin moves to Celtic from St Etienne. And B, I don't think I'm going to replace him in the squad. We've got Daniel Kelly. We've got Tyrese Hall. We've got George Hoddle. We've got Odin Bailey as well, quite frankly. I don't think we need to replace Dom. With regards to youth players that are currently out on loan as well, we have a couple of centre mids there too. Or is it just Shepherd? It's just Ellis Shepherd, who's already grown by 2. What's he like defensively? Not amazing. Okay, so he's definitely not a CDM. I mean, I'd be happy to give Daniel Kelly some first-team football with his impressive start. And then if we find that that doesn't work, then in January, we look to bring someone else in. Let's wait and see what happens here with Dom Ball. In fact, just before, I'm going to make note of his stats here so that we can add them to the spreadsheet if he does leave. It's just 5 games. That's it. Just 5 games. No goals, assists, yellow cards or red cards. Well, that's easily enough remembered, isn't it? Let's see if anything happens then here on the final day. Van Ecke has moved to Spain. Mazraoui moves to Germany. Cadioli moves to Italy. And Dom Ball isn't going? Question mark? With 1 hour to spare. Leaving it to the last. Dom, thank you for your service for a single year in League 2 after coming in for free in real life. Thank you for your service for 5 League 1 games. Enjoy life further up the table in this division. Dom Ball does have a strong history of playing at a decent level, and he's headed back towards that. Unfortunately, Dom has left us, but we've made a decent amount of money from it, so I'm not gonna be too dissatisfied with that. I'll give you guys a full transfer roundup in just a moment. 560 Dom Ball to Pompey. 5 games played for Don Ball. Oh, sadness. Goodbye, Dom. Who'd they have up top? Vince. Currently doing a Journeyman in your 3rd season and your 3rd club. They meet you at Punjab FC. Jamie would be proud, Jack. San Lorenzo in Argentina, then your current club is Melbourne City. Josh Madger, yeah, Madger's a bit quick, isn't he? Of course. Right, let's update the Patreon spreadsheet and then we can do a full season roundup, can't we? Let's just stutter and Siri. Right, bear with, chat. I just need to get this up. So, Rashidi at Leicester. Miguel at Genk. Brandon at Hint. Charlie. Oh no, we're into the centre backs there. Okay, bear with. They're all red, you've not gone anywhere. I can see chat in a minute just. Right, Jack Evans. Stanley, PSV, MK Dons, Leganés, Pete at Leganés. Oh, Pete started at Leganés. Did Pete start at Leganés? Hold on. I think he asked for a random side, actually. Charlie Northampton. Edge at Port Vale. Liverpool for James. PSV for Nathan. Ben. Yeah, Ben is where Ben is. That's Man United, but on loan at Shrewsbury still. But it's Stockport. Norwich. Crewe, Wimbledon, Villa, Lausanne, Brighton, Man United. Still all correct. Down, bring this up here. Joe Grenoble. Warsaw for Sam. Brett's at Burton. Julio's at Cobblers. Stephen at Stockport. Where's Stephen? Oh no, there is Stephen at Stockport, and Pompey, Mike at Plymouth. Yeah, all still correct. Arsenal, Donny. Also for Owen. Motherwell. Yeah. Dallas at Celta Vigo, that feels new. Dallas at Celta Vigo. Chesterfield, Colchester, Atlanta, Harrogate. Look at Newport. Swindon, Mulby, Bristol Rovers, Sunderland, free agent, and then Searle. Bromley, Walsall, Luton, Huddersfield. Reading, LA Galaxy, Newport, Salford. Oh, no, Siri. Slyn. Iber. Rangers, Salford, St Pauli. Yeah, everybody's where they were. No moves yet. Oh, growth. Growth, but no moves. So that and that. Red. And then. Yeah. Oh, wrong launches. Everybody's where they were. Is it blocked offers on Bros? That's weird. Don't remember doing that. So your transfer window roundup is going to be actually quite a small one in terms of size of fee. The biggest deal all summer was Militao to Bayern Munich for £65.9 million, which is an intrigue. It's low, is what that is. 62.5 for Moise Kean to Newcastle. Cucurella's gone to Milan. Murillo's gone to Palace. Mamardashvili, as you saw. Martinelli goes to Palace. And Ndiaye to Leverkusen. Boniface leaves Leverkusen and goes to Ajax. Not really like for like, but still. Minter to Sunderland. Diamande to Barca. That's a big move in terms of potential for him. Obviously, Usman Diamande is a player we had at Crystal Palace in the save earlier in the year. Nwaneri leaves Arsenal to go to Fiorentina. Trubin to Bilbao. Calafiori leaves Arsenal as well to go to Atalanta. Maximilian Bay has come to the English leagues. Lewis Hall has left the English leagues. Ademola Lookman moves within Italy. Marcus Leonardo. Dovbyk we saw. Kangin Lee comes to England. Malagusto leaves England. Frankfurt 1 in, 1 out. Verbruggen moves within the Premier League. Endrick to Liverpool. Hello. Arnau Martinez. Van Ecke. It's just low fees. Lenny Yoro to Barcelona. Only 30.5 million. That's it for Lenny Yoro. With the potential he has. Jack Grealish, 27.6. He's 30 years of age now. 27.6. We're just seeing low. I don't think we're necessarily seeing unrealistic transfers per se. Obviously, you have to kind of factor in that it is still a video game. But I think just the fees are quite low. I know obviously Eden Militao is a defender, so you don't necessarily expect him to go for loads. But 86 rated at the peak of his career, you expect maybe more than 65.9 million. I think just the fees are a bit low, but the moves are all right. Obviously, things like Gabby Martinelli, Crystal Palace. You just kind of have to suspend your disbelief, but not really much more I can do in that front, is there really? So with regards to Patreon players, nobody has moved yet, and Junho, as a sole free agent, hasn't been signed by anyone at this stage. So everyone is where they started. And obviously everyone has grown quite considerably so far, from 50 or 51 rated to anywhere from 55 to, I think there might even be a 60 in there. Yeah, Eric's 60 rated. So we've got quite a bit of growth from you guys thus far. Obviously, it's a significantly long-term save, so I have to start you significantly lower down the power curve so that you can come up the power curve in the latter stages of the save. There's no point you being 92 rated in Season 2 and having not much of a journey, and then just being 92 rated for the whole save. You might as well go on said journey. Although, so far, none of you have gone on a journey because nobody's moved anywhere, but I'm sure there will be moves afoot in the course of the saves as we push further through it. So I leave you today with us top of our 30 trophy group. Hooray. With us 12th in the League One season. For every game we win, we lose at the minute, which is fair enough. No draws as of yet. We are 3 points off the playoffs. Forgive the yawns. I'm tired, apparently. And 5 points above the relegation zone. So, solidly mid-bloody table, I think, is what you call that. Goal difference of -1 isn't spectacular. We had the joint best defensive record in the division last year in League 2. Not started that way in League 1. We are not leaky, but also not watertight either. That's all for today's episode, though. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. Goodbyes are never easy, but we have said goodbye to Don Ball there on deadline day. And we think the squad we've already amassed should be able to deal with the departure. If not, then we have the finances available in January, 1.2 million and £13,500 a week in wages, to bring in an adequate replacement. Is it top half on the list here? Top half. We are just, by being in 12th, in the top half. So our projected wage budget is going up next year as it stands. If it was bottom half, then it would stay exactly where it is. But for now, we are top half and hope to stay as such. Just allows for further continued growth through the save whilst keeping it reined in. As for now, that's all for today. There'll be a Journeyman episode for you later on this evening. I believe I might be slightly pushed in recording it because I've got a couple of business calls this afternoon. So if there isn't a Journeyman video at 6 o'clock, then it's not that I've forgotten to put one live. It's that I've run out of time in recording it. So there may not be a Journeyman video tonight, but both saves will, of course, be back in action tomorrow for you. Thank you for watching today. I shall see you in the next video, whenever that may be. There you go. Whenever that may be, he says. Which is hopefully. I don't think I'm going to get the time to get a Journeyman in, but I'll try my bloody best. That is RTG S22. Trubin, the very Basque sounding name, yeah. What colour is the Wickham goalkeeper kit in the mod? I don't know. I'll have a look. It is pink. Big old fucking pink boy. Mickey Fonsas. That's what it is. Right, so I need to edit this video. And then I have a call at 2. And then I have a call at 4. And then I should hopefully be live again somewhere between somewhere about 5:30 is the plan at the moment, if that's okay with you guys. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get a Journeyman made, but I will try between 3 and 4 to get something put together, even if it's just a shortened video and like a one game special. Should be able to get a couple in. I'll try my best. That's the plan anyway. But we will be live into the evening tonight. We will be live into the evening tonight. So do make sure to come back after tea. Absolutely unacceptable, sir. So I tell you what, rather than just you guys watch me edit and then I go off, let's send you on a raid. Let's send you over to Tom Beaner, who's currently doing a Twitch stream over on Formula 1 right now. Like I say, I will be back live a little bit later on this afternoon. Oh, sorry, Ben. I've already made a decision, I'm afraid. We'll send you guys over to Tom, and you guys can go and join him for the rest of his... he's doing a Road to Glory on F1 in a driver career. He's got Brazil and Las Vegas, and he's currently 2/3 of the way through his Brazil Grand Prix. So head on over and join. In fact, he's battling with George Russell for the lead of the race right now. That's all for me for this afternoon. Force a habit. That's all for me for this afternoon, but I am back live again later on this evening, so do come back and join me. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you for your watching eyes and ears this afternoon over lunch. I'll see you at tea time.